Good morning, champions. I am Stars Tina, super excited to be here on this Monday morning. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. It is a holiday today, so some people may still be sleeping. It is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I'm feeling so supercharged about that. Thank you, Renee. We can go ahead and get jumped and started right now. You can turn that off. Good morning, good morning, good morning, champions. Welcome to the #1 and my favorite morning show, Breakfast with Champions. Let's all mute yourself, please, Renee. Let's get ourselves started this morning with a lot of energy, a lot of fun, because I have some greatness planned for us as we start making our way into the room. If you want to see my face, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is Stars Tina, LinkedIn or Facebook. I'm happy to see you this morning because I have a new hairdo and I'm super excited about it. I went blonde, Mary Lynn. I know you've got the red, but I went blonde and I'm feeling kind of supercharged today. If anyone saw my photos, I would love your comments. Is it a thumbs up, a thumbs down? Tell me your thoughts, if anyone saw. And I'm looking in the camera right now. Maybe we're still sleeping.
I saw the process. I didn't see the end because I wasn't on yesterday, but I think change is good. It makes you gives you a new charge, you know?
Exactly. I love that's why I love you so much, Marilyn. Change is so important. And that's what I want us to do. I want us to change people's lives right now, family. So if you're in here, let's share this room out in the hallway. And then even giving it, oh my gosh, I think I clicked myself out of the room. What did I do? Where did I go? I think I clicked myself out of the room. Yeah, I'm back. Yes, it's happening. So I like to start off with some good mornings here. Good morning, Bella. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? I see T there. I see all the champions. So as I was saying, when you come into this space, we are here Monday through Saturday. We have awesome rooms on Sunday as well. We're going to bring you that motivation. And I like to start every single day with meditation. That's what motivates me. And I say you have to do what's best for you, right? And then after the motivation, we're going to educate tools and strategies with things that you need to uplift your mindset, your heart set, your finances, your relationships, everything that you need. There is no place like this community right here. And it's so great. You can also find us on Facebook. I'm sure there'll be some links in the chat. We also have our website and so many things that you want to do. And today I want us to intentionally communicate, intentionally connect with the person next to you, maybe to the right, maybe to the left, above, below. I remember when I first came into Breakfast with Champions, someone said that. And I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. And I went to the person next to me. I went to their Instagram and I was like, wow, I had a connection with this person. So connections are so very important. And that's where the education comes into play. And lastly, we're going to inspire you with the love, the energy, and things that you need that your body absolutely gets. Good morning, Gail. Welcome to the building, Mamacita. And with that being said, I like to begin each Monday with the highlights of the week, weekend, something like that. And I am Stars Tina. I'm a certified life and health coach. Fitness is my passion. I absolutely love it. And I realized, good morning, Debbie. I see Debbie over there on YouTube. I realized it was my passion because it was that one thing that really kept me anchored into everything that I needed and wanted in life. It's the thing that kept me anchored with staying positive, with staying motivated. Because I don't know about you guys, but it's been a hard knock life for Tina. You know, I think everyone's kind of going through it. Good morning, Valerie. How are you, sunshine? So fitness is that one thing that kept me grounded. And then during COVID, it got a little even more challenging, right? And that's where I decided to dig even deeper because I believe education is key. Every single year, I add something onto my tool belt. I add something on to my mindset to keep me focused. And I got certified in life and health coaching during COVID. And each year, I keep feeling more and more empowered. The highlight I have for this weekend is I'm in Jersey right now. I just need to stop touching buttons. That's what I need to do. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. Just stop touching the buttons, Tina. I don't even know where the room is now. Here we go. I'm just going to stop touching buttons. That's what I'm going to do. Excuse me. I'm going to stop touching. Thank you. Excuse me. Stop touching buttons. So I'm going to share with you the highlight of my weekend. But before we do that, we're going to get this day started with I am statements. That's so important to me. And that's what I'm talking about today. My highlight of this weekend, first of all, it was snowing yesterday, Mary Lynn and family and friends. I was like, what is going on? It looked absolutely beautiful. It was soft and then it started getting really hard. And then it stopped. I was like, yay. But I'm in New Jersey, and I realized last year I did a lot of traveling. I did a lot of things. And this year I said I'm going to be even more intentional with what I'm doing. So if I'm going somewhere, I'm going to make sure that I really have meaning there. Like, why am I doing this? Focus is so important. And I wrote a book. It's called No More Trauma, and I'm showing you this right here. And I wrote this book in honor of my sonny boy. If you guys didn't know, today is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. We're celebrating that today. We're going to have some great things lined up for you. And I had my traumedy. I've had several traumedies. And I am in Rahway now. And when I published my book, I believe it was, I forget, someone called me and they said, Tina, you know, there's a lot of trauma going on in colleges, and your book would be good to share with children, all the stuff she was saying. And I don't really watch the news, so I didn't know. And I remember I was sitting in my girlfriend's basement in Rahway, and I said, you know what, I should call the superintendent's office and see what I can do for the local schools, because I do have a boys nonprofit here. And I went there and I gave them my book and I told them what I do, because my thing, I was thinking of 7th and 8th graders. I was thinking of the high schoolers, you know, because students go through traumatides all the time. And then she had a conversation with me, and she was saying they were struggling with the 5th and 6th graders, because before children transition, it's like very hard for them. They're trying to figure out who they are, and they go through traumatides as well. I gave her my book, explained it to her, and I realized how important this was a couple of weeks ago when I was hanging out with my niece. She's 7 years old, most adorable thing, and she started a new school this year, and I'm asking her about the new school because she was homeschooled before. And then sharing with me, it was tearing my heart apart. She was saying how they call her ugly. They say she's dark, she's black. She was saying her hair is ugly. And then she said she gives her snacks away, because my sister does the most when it comes to taking care of her daughter. Like, she does the most. Like, all the snacks are in my niece's bag. And she says, yeah, I give my snacks away so I can have friends. And I said, why do you do that? And she says, well, how else am I going to make friends? How do you make friends if you don't give them stuff? So I had a long conversation with her, and then it got me thinking of what children do as they're growing up to be accepted, if they're being bullied or things like that. So that's why I decided to go deeper in the school system. And that's why they said 6th graders. Long story short, next week, I will be doing my very first No More Traumedy program in the Roosevelt School in Rahway, New Jersey. And I've actually broken it down into 3 segments. My daughter's going to be coming out, and I needed a man, because I'm not a man. And I do know how to raise a man, but they say it takes a man to raise a man, right? So the councilman of the town is coming through, and I've come up with all these activities and things. And I'm thinking, okay, Tina, it's time for part 2, No More Traumedy for Kids. So I would love to hear so my highlight. Yes. So they had a sneaker ball in the town this weekend, and I've never been to a sneaker ball. My son was a sneakerhead. So the sneakers I had on, they were red bottom sneakers, but they had sparkles on them. I will post something eventually. And they were blinging out. Now, I wore this like shimmery, glittery outfit, and my daughter's like, Mom, you look like a disco ball. So I was disco balling it up this weekend. She's like, that just looks crazy. So my highlight was when I had the opportunity to speak. And let me tell you guys, I speak every week. I am live almost every single day. My energy's there. I'm like lit, right? And you prepare, and I hope she's probably not in here. Dr. Jeannie has been coaching me. And I have a lot of things coming up this year where I'm speaking, because I said I wanted to speak at least 2 times a month. And this month I'm actually speaking 3 times. So I had my speech. I was going to read my speech. That was the first thing, because I said I might get emotional. And when I get there, I noticed the people in the crowd that I thought would be there. It was nothing like I had imagined, nothing like I pictured. So I'm like, okay. First of all, I don't want to read it. I really don't read what I'm talking about. So that got me all antsy. And then they had vending tables. So I had a vending table, and people are walking by, and they're looking like, oh, what is this? Who is this? I mean, I've got this huge banner of my son. I've got all this stuff. Now, normally when I go to Rahway, everyone's like, they know. And I'm kind of stuck in a time warp of October 26, 2016. And as I was writing this up this morning, I had to actually think about the year. And I don't know if anyone here has ever been stuck in a time warp. It's like you're there and things just keep going, the same thing over and over again. So I said, I may have to change my speech up. So when I got to the front of the room, it was about 150, 200 people in the room. And I said, raise your hand if you've ever heard of Molly Gaines. And like 6 people raised their hand. And let me tell you, my heart just dropped to the ground. I don't live in New Jersey anymore. I've been gone for about 3 years now. And I was just shocked. So I had to change my entire speech, people. I was like, oh my goodness. And it taught me so many things that it's all about the children. Martin Luther King, he had a dream, right? My speech was about visions because my son had a huge vision. And I shared the 3 important things why you need to have a vision and why it's important to keep your vision, because that's going to keep you going, right? If you didn't know, you can Google it if you want, but Molly Gaines, he had a sneaker store in Rahway, New Jersey, and he had vision, but your why has to be really big, right? If your why is not huge, you're really not going to do much. And I'm not sure if Ramon is able to speak, but I'm curious what his why is, because I was on Instagram yesterday and I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Do I see Lisa Nichols is going to be at his event? Like, he is doing some amazing kick booty stuff. And people that do amazing kick booty stuff, their whys are huge. Like TM says this all the time. Your why, your goals, your dreams should be so big. You can't do them alone. Ramon, if you're able to share, can you unmic and tell us what your why is, why you go so hard, diggity, hard. He may not be able to speak. Loud and clear.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to disappoint this show because my why is probably not as glamorous as Tia's or yours, Tina, but I just like to have fun and enjoy life. So I don't have the why like most of I showed you, like I want to change the world, feed kids and all that. My why, I just like to do cool stuff. And I like the freedom, independence. That's kind of my why. I hope that's okay. It's not doesn't bring some energy of what you're bringing, but that's really my why.
You know what, Ramon? It doesn't bring down my energy. It just makes me feel like I'm not working hard enough. I can tell you that much. Could you?
Some people that ask me that before, and like I used to say, I just want to feel rent or feel look eat. But it's never been like the big thing necessarily. Like, I can't wait to end child poverty now, but the money that I have it goes in my home. I do want to make an impact, but I don't make it. But it doesn't drive me. I can't wait to feed children in Somalia. I can't wait to give money to the Boys and Girls Club of America. I don't wake up thinking that way. I just like, you know what? Let's do some cool stuff today, if that makes sense.
It does. And I'm just sitting here thinking, family, could you imagine how hard Ramon would go if he really had a big why? Can you tell everyone about your event and tell me about, is Lisa going to be there? Like, tell us about your event, please, because I was like screaming.
Yeah, so Lisa and Seth will be live in January.
I think it was going to be a picture of her or like a video with something.
Yes, January 22nd at Lisa and Seth. And then Seth Godin will be live on April 18th. Lisa may come still, but it's probably just going to be Seth Godin on April 18th.
And tell us what the event is about. You do it so eloquent.
Oh, yeah. So the Zone of Genius Awards, Conference and Awards on April 18th is a full-day event with Mike McAllowitz, the author of Profit First, Seth Godin, the most prolific author in the world. That will be April 18th. And that evening or later in the day will be an awards gala on a stage where we award X number of people the Entrepreneur Champion of the Year award and other awards. And Stars Tina is in the running to win that award. She will be there. Whether she wins or not, she will have to find out on April 18th. So that's what the award is all about.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Ramon. And I just want to say, family, I think it's great how we inspire each other, because did you hear Ramon say gala? Like, he got that from Renee Noor. Ramon's going to have a fashion show gala.
Since 2006.
No, I meant the gala part, like the fashion show. That's what I meant.
Oh, not that kind of gala. I don't do fashion. This is like gala, like
Oh, I was thinking everyone would be like in tuxes and gowns. So then I'm not wearing a gown. So I shouldn't pull the gown out, Ramon. Is that what you're saying?
You should pull the gown out, but not like. Ramon version of yeah.
And let me tell you, yes, and let me tell you, family, Ramon pulls together some great events. Last year, I had the opportunity to go to an event with him and Trevor, and it just changed my life forever. I am so off of my notes, family. Let me tell you, so off of my notes. The topic today, I didn't even get your highlights. Put your highlights in the chat. This month, we're talking about journaling. Each week, I'm giving you prompts to journal on, and this week's prompts are all about I am statements. They are so very important. And with the I am statements, it's really important that you realize who you are. Because I noticed when you know who you are, you know where you're going. And some people have never heard the speech that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. read. And he didn't even read it. What am I talking about read? That's ridiculous. That he said. And I actually made a video last year, and I'm going to replay it. In this video, you'll see some clips of my Sonny Boy. You will see some video footage from the news channels. So if you're on YouTube, just click on the link right now, because whenever I hear this speech, it just, his voice, it's thunderous, it's emotions. And I'm putting it on right now. You will hear it if you want to see the video. It's a little blurry in some spots, forgive me, but that's what it is. Here we go, family and friends.
5 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day the valley shall be exalted. Every hill shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when all of God's children be able to sing with new meaning, my country tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
All right, family. I don't know about you, but when I watched that last night, like I told you, his voice, that was 6 minutes. And my speech today, I'm focusing on visions, and that was my Sonny boy. And in the book, if you look, chapter 3, page 39, I talk about I am statements, what I'm talking about today, and I'm nowhere near my notes that I have to be. So I talk about that in that chapter. But today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why it's important to tap into the I am statements. The first reason why it's important to tap into your I am statements, their affirmations are important, and today I'm going to connect them with Dr. King's principles. The first one is empowerment and self-confidence. I am statements instill a sense of empowerment and self-confidence. Dr. King advocated for empowering individuals to believe in themselves and their capabilities. Affirmations reinforce a positive self-image and help people recognize their strength and worth in the pursuit of justice and equality. I am statements. I want to invite you to write right now. Let me see your I am statements. Type them in the chat. If you're on YouTube, write them in there. I've got 5 I am statements I say all the time. And when I'm in my good groove, I say them 5 times a day. Set an alarm in your phone. I am amazing. Last week, and if you heard me speaking, this has been a valley and it's getting better. And I'm so excited, family and friends, because each day is getting so much better for me. I was like, oh my gosh, today's the 7th. What is going on? Today is the 11th. And it's slowly creeping like a roller coaster ride. I don't know if you've ever been on it. And when it goes up, it goes creak, 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 creak. And January 1st, I was at the bottom of that freaking roller coaster ride. And I was like, okay, Tina, you're going to get it together. You're going to get out of bed. And it's like creak, 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 creak. And last week, in the morning, see, I'm really great in the mornings, guys. It's like when it gets in the afternoon, that's when it starts going downhill for me some days. And I had my I am statements written down, and I was speaking with someone, and I was talking about my I am statements in the morning. I was like, yes, I am enough. That's from Debbie. I love it. And then when the afternoon, evening came, my energy and my attitude was not that good. And they're like, let me hear your I am statements. And I said them. And this person says to me, okay, So I'm going to need a little more energy. I'm going to need some enthusiasm, because what you say out of your body and how you say it is how it's going to become better, right? So I am amazing. I am strong. I am powerful. I have an abundance of money, and I surround myself with amazing people. Those are my I am statements that I say over and over again. I want to see your I am statements. I want to be able to speak them out. I won't be able to hear from you. Number two, when it comes to the importance of I am statements, and that's what we're journaling about this week. I've got my journal here. I did not get to journal yet. I have to be I'm honest with you guys. I usually do my meditation in my journal, but today I really wanted to tap in today's topic. Number two, manifestation of dreams and goals. Affirmations framed around I am statements can be a powerful tool for manifesting your dreams and your goals. And I mentioned the importance of vision, right? You have to see it, you have to feel it, you have to taste it, you have to smell it. All right, Dr. King had a dream of a nation where individuals are judged by their character rather than their skin. And yes, some places and sometimes you are still today, but it is so much better than it used to be in the past. Affirming positive beliefs through I am statements align with the idea of actively shaping and manifesting a better future. I'm going to number three because I want to hear from you guys today. Number three, promoting unity and equality. Dr. King's work aimed at creating a society where everyone is treated equally. Affirmations that begin with I am can promote a sense of unity and equality among individuals. By affirming shared values and aspirations, people can work together towards creating more for themselves and for the future. And last year, you saw some things there about sneakers. And when I saw this yesterday, I'm like, okay, Tina, so what are you doing this year? And I told you I'm going to one of the schools next week, and that's one of 4 of the elementary schools. And I said, I want to empower children. And I was at the event this weekend for the sneaker ball, and I'm looking at the children, and they're like at the edge of their seats. If you give a child a vision, a dream, like you can do anything, it's amazing. And that's what I did with my children. I never said, you have to do this, you have to do this. It's like, it's what fueled your body. I mean, think of yourself as an adult. Don't you love when you have something that you love doing? Like, it makes it so much easier. You heard Ramon. He said the reason why he does what he does because he likes the freedom. He likes to have fun. That's so important. So I'm going to wrap up these 3, and then I want to hear from you. Don't forget, write in the chat. I want to see if you have I am statements. Deb, that's Jackie. Jackie said, I am enough is a popular one there. Anyone else have I am statements? You're probably laying in bed. I am successful. Thank you for that one, Karen. David Baker says, I am here. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, guys. I'll get that in a second, David. I am to treat my neighbors as I treat myself. Ooh, that's beautiful. I like that. Health Well says, I am abundant health. I love it. Anyone else? Write them in the chat. I am deserving. That's from Katie. All right, so to wrap them up, family and friends, number 1, and what I'm sharing today, if you're just coming through, this is Breakfast with Champions. I'm sharing with you I am statements and the power of having a vision. Number 1, empowerment and self-confidence. Number 2, manifestation of dreams and goals. And number 3, promoting unity and equality. On Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, incorporating affirmations into your reflections can be a way to honor his legacy and continue the journey towards a more equitable and compassionate society. If anyone wants to jump in or tap in with their thoughts, comments, what they felt about this. Hey girl, hey.
I know it's like less than 10 minutes. I just want to say I am enough. I don't see Felicia on the stage, but today is the celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King, who would have been 94. And few you know that I really work with the King family. So TM, it's sacred in Atlanta. And I also want to shout out to Sora Regina. It's also the AKA Ski Week. It's our 106th anniversary of our Founders Day. So Starcina, thank you for taking the time to do the replay of speech. I love you, girl. Back to you.
Love you. Yeah, so thank you all for coming through. Glenn Lundy's going to come through now. And I am just so grateful for him for having a vision, right? For having a dream, because if it wasn't for him, that ripple effect would not have come. So would not have affected me. And that's what I want us to do here. Just each day, just pouring into ourselves, into what we want, into what we need. And if you need any support in anything, you can click the little sparkle tree at the top. I am Stars Tina, and I'm doing so many things this year, but I'm focusing on the main thing, which is spreading the word, speaking so that I can change the world because of my traumedy. My book is there on Amazon. We have a lot of things going on. And one thing that I'm super excited about is I'm expanding my retreats this year, and they're all mixed together. So if you're looking to get more fit, get more healthy, get blessed, tap into me. We have online community for classes and all that wonderful stuff. And I wanted to mention one more thing. Glenn Lundy has his book coming out shortly, and I'm so excited because I'm going to be interviewing him on Wednesday, and I'm going to separate. It's going to be pretty good. But if you have a dream, I say go even deeper and then just visualize what you want to feel, and then it's actually going to happen for you. Thank you guys for your time, for your energy. I hope I've inspired one person. As I scroll through, let's get this room shared out. And I'm Stars Tina. I'm throwing the mic up in the air. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day, all. Peace. And a bottle of hair grease. Bye.
Good morning. Good